Hello there. In this video, I am going to give you 12 brilliant questions to ask in your interview. Now, right at the very end of your job interview, the hiring manager is going to say to you, do you have any questions for us? Make sure you ask them smart questions. So to help you pass your interview at the very first attempt, I will cover the following 4 things in this video. Number 1. So I will quickly explain why you must ask questions at the end of your interview. There is a reason why you have to ask the hiring manager questions, and I will tell you what that reason is. Number 2, I will then give you 12 outstanding questions to ask that will definitely increase your chances of getting hired. Number 3, I will then tell you how many questions you should ask from those 12. Do not ask the hiring manager all 12 questions. There is a set number of questions you should ask. Don't ask any more than this number. And then number 4, I will tell you how you can instantly access my brand new advanced AI interview support package. This is a formidable support package. It's brand new and it's going to help you beat the competition at every job interview you ever attend. And just very quickly, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's really important. Competition at job interviews is fierce. If you are subscribed, I can help you pass every job interview you ever attend. And please hit the like button because that really does motivate me to create more videos for you. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, let's get started. Let me explain why you must ask questions at the end of your job interview. So make sure you ask a number of questions. And the reason is it helps you stand out from the competition. It helps you stand out because the majority of people, 95% in fact, ask no questions at the end of their interview. They say something like this when the hiring manager says to them, do you have any questions? They will say, no, I don't have any questions. You covered everything in the interview. That is a big mistake. So asking smart questions helps you stand out from the competition. And it also shows you want to help your employer succeed, but only if you ask them smart questions. So to help you pass your job interview, let me now give you 12 smart and outstanding questions to ask at the end of your interview. Please write down these 12 questions, and then at the end, I will tell you how many questions from those 12 you should actually ask. Okay, let's get started with the first smart question to ask in an interview, and that is, what's the culture like at the company? Now, this is a brilliant question to ask because the company culture is the values they expect you to demonstrate at work, and it also is how the employer treats their staff. So when you ask the question, what's the culture like at the company, it puts you on the same level as the hiring manager, and they will then know that you are a smart and intelligent employee who values a positive workplace culture. So that question is, what's the culture like at the company? The second smartest question you can ask at the end of an interview is, can you tell me more about the team I'll be working with? Now, this is a very good question to ask because it shows you are a team player. You understand the importance of being able to collaborate closely with your co-workers. So that question again is, can you tell me more about the team I'll be working with? That is a really smart question to ask. The third question you can ask at the end of your job interview is, this is a really good one. What opportunities for learning and development will I have in this position? I love this question because it shows that you want to continually learn and improve. And that will tell the hiring manager that you are going to add value to their company in the position because you will always be improving and growing professionally. So that question again is, what opportunities for learning and development will I have in this position? The fourth question out of the 12 smart questions to ask in an interview is, what's the best thing about working for this company? This is a feel-good, positive question to ask in an interview. And it's a really good question because it allows the hiring manager to talk about something positive and uplifting their company. So it gives them the chance to tell you about the great things for working for their company. So that question again is, what's the best thing about working for this company? It's a really good question because it is positive and uplifting for the hiring manager. The fifth question to ask in your interview is, what's the first thing you'd need me to focus on in the role? This is another very smart question to ask. It is smart because it gets the hiring manager visualizing you in the position. So that question is, what's the first thing you need me to focus on in the role? You are telling the hiring manager, look, I am preparing for work and I want to know what I will have to do as soon as I start in the position. So that's question number 5. The sixth brilliant question to ask in a job interview. This is a brilliant question. If you ask this question, the hiring manager will definitely be impressed. Question 6 is, what would my success in the position look like in 12 months? That's a great question. So this question demonstrates you are forward thinking and a planner. So you are planning ahead as to what your success in the position will look like. And you also, this is important, are telling the hiring manager, look, I want to work here long term. So if you're going to be there in 12 months' time, they will then have someone who is totally committed to their organization in the role. So that question again is, what would my success in the position look like in 12 months? That's a great question. Don't forget, soon I'm going to tell you how many from these 12 you should ask and also how you can instantly get access to my new advanced AI interview support package. But here's question number 7. This is another really good question to ask at the end of an interview, and that is, how will my performance in the role be measured? This is a higher level of thinking question to ask at the end of an interview. So this question tells the hiring manager you expect to be held accountable in your work, and you want to know how you're going to be measured and assessed in your work. So the question is, how will my performance in the role be measured? Question number 8. This is another smart question to ask at the end of an interview. What advice would you give to the successful candidate who wants to excel in their work? This is a great question because it shows the hiring manager you value feedback and guidance, and they will like that. That question will resonate positively with any hiring manager. That question again is, what advice would you give to the successful candidate who wants to excel in their work? Question number 9. This is another really good one. They're all fantastic. You can ask any of these 12. This one is, how do you see the company evolving in the next 5 years? I love this question because it tells the hiring manager you are forward thinking, you are thinking ahead over the next 5 years, and also again you are considering working there long term. And that is great news for the hiring manager because it means they don't have to re-advertise the position for many years to come. So that question again is, how do you see the company evolving in the next 5 years? Now the next question, number 10, is outstanding. It is definitely the one I would be considering asking at the end of my interview. And that question is, what top 3 traits do the best performing employees in the company have? Wow, this is a great question. What top 3 traits do the best performing employees in the company have? So this question shows the hiring manager you understand that success can be replicated and that you want to excel in your work. So question number 10 again is, what top 3 traits do the best performing employees in the company have? That's a great question. Question number 11 to ask at the end of an interview is there any additional information I can read to learn more about the company while I wait to hear the result of my interview? I love this question because it tells the hiring manager you genuinely want to work for their company because you want to find out more about how they operate and what they do, and you are not solely interested in a paycheck. The majority of candidates just want a job with a decent paycheck, but you are going to be different by asking that question. Is there any additional information I can read to learn more about the company while I wait to hear the result of my interview? It shows passion and enthusiasm for working for their company. And question number 12, before I tell you the exact number you should ask from those 12, is what are the next steps in the hiring process and when can I expect to hear from you? Now, this is an important question to consider asking at the end of your interview because, again, it shows you are keen and enthusiastic. You want to find out the result of your interview so you can start work, but it also, more importantly, gives you clarity as to when you will hear back from the hiring manager. So that question to consider asking is, what are the next steps in the hiring process and when can I expect to hear from you? So how many questions should you ask from that list of 12? Well, do not ask any more than 3 questions. I recommend you choose 3 questions from those 12, write them down on a sheet of paper and ask them at the end of your interview. You can get out the sheet of paper because that tells the hiring manager you have prepared your questions in advance. It shows you are organized and you want to ask them the right questions. So you could say, yes, I have just 3 questions. Number 1, can you tell me more about the team I'll be working with? My second question is, how will my performance in the role be measured? And my final question is, what are the next steps in the hiring process and when can I expect to hear from you? So make sure you ask 3 questions. Don't ask any more than that because they have to interview lots more candidates. They don't have the time to answer all 12. I recommend you ask 3 questions at the end of your interview. Now, this is important. Please hang around for this. I have created a formidable advanced AI job interview support package. You get instant access by clicking that link in the top right-hand corner to my advanced AI job interview support package. You download this either onto your computer, laptop, or smartphone, and you can ask me questions, anything at all about job interviews, application processes. Ask me anything at all, and you will get an immediate response from me. So make sure you check that out. This is my advanced AI job interview support package. You get unlimited access to it. You can ask me as many questions as you want. Questions about, I've got this job interview coming up for a customer service agent. Can you give me the answers to the proposed questions? I will give you sample answers. For any job interview whatsoever, technical job roles, manager job roles, it doesn't matter. I will respond immediately. Now, in addition to that fantastic brand new tool, you will also get more resources. You will get 50 quick answers to the most difficult interview questions. You will get my top 25 words to say in a job interview. You will also get an additional free job interview training course. I will give you a closing statement. I tell you what to say at the end of your interview, and you also get my ready-made resume and CV templates. Make sure you click that link right now in the top right-hand corner of the video to get access to all of that immediately. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I am incredibly passionate about helping people pass their job interviews. I can only help you if you are subscribed. Don't forget to hit the like button because that really does motivate me to create more videos for you. And make sure you connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It is always a pleasure to connect with like-minded individuals such as yourself. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best for passing your job interview. Have a great day.